TV awards at the Manchester International Film Festival. It's called One Word, and it's a 17-minute film which tells the story of a teenage African refugee who faces racism and rejection in his new life in the UK.
And here's a clip of the trailer.
How are things at home? How's Mum?
She's good.
Anything else you want to tell me about? How are you getting on with the other kids in school?
They're fine. Why must we stay here? Can't we go home?
You know we can't.
The module's entitled Self-Expression. I want you to write your own performance.
And what will you be performing for us?
A spoken word about my home and this one.
Last but not least, Sammy.
It's the creation of Manchester-born Caleb Shaffer, and he's up for several awards at the Manchester International Film Festival. Thanks for coming to the studio, Caleb. Where did the idea come from?
It's based on two ideas, basically. The first one being based around art and creative subjects in school, and how students can use these subjects to express themselves. And I noticed a kind of a shift towards more academic and CV-based subjects being pushed by the government at the time, and how these creative subjects were kind of taking a back seat. So I wanted to come up with an idea that kind of put that front and centre and show how that can be useful to students.
But being in Wythenshawe and making a film about an African refugee may not be the first thought that occurs to many.
No, and well then that was the first part, and the second part was I'd also done some work with a refugee charity helping a particular person fight his case, and we did a video based around them. We got to see their family, their community, their friends, and it was around about the same time there was a big shift in kind of attention towards immigration and refugees, and it was all from a negative point of view. So we got to put a human face to that story.
So it's it's based on fact then, your film?
Well, it's loosely based on fact. It's kind of by putting a human face and story to people's kind of opinions.
And you chose Wythenshawe, why?
Because we'd actually previously done a video in Newell Green High School, and they were very accommodating, and to the point where the students really wanted to help, and both sides of the camera, the teachers and the head teacher there were really accommodating to us, and that's massive when you're making a short film, to have that.
And to be the writer and director and then see it being pushed up for 3 awards, you must be well chuffed.
Yeah, I mean that's when you start making, when you start with an idea, you don't have that at the end goal, and for it to be sat here today talking about it, it's kind of a bit surreal, and it's an amazing thing, really. How
many films have you made?
Over the years, I've probably made close to 15 short films, but this is my third film that I've directed.
How do you earn a living from it?
Well, I have a film production company, so we do corporate videos as well, kind of using our creativity to help corporate clients.
How difficult was it to squash it all into 17 minutes, the message of the film?
Yeah, that was very difficult, and actually some could argue that we should have kind of condensed it a lot more, but I wanted the film to have the amount of time it needed.
Do you know, we've been talking about changing careers this morning. So it all sparked off by Greater Manchester Police Chief Constable Sir Peter Fahey changing from being the head of police in Greater Manchester to running a charity. And I've just been thinking, while you've been talking, I would love to make films. I've got a cousin who really wants to do it. So let's assume that, all this falls apart.
Yep.
Later on, when I'm 64, could I become a filmmaker? Is it easy? Because obviously the technology is a lot easier these days.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy. It's a lot of hard work and kind of dedication, and you have to have certain skills to be able to convince people to come on board, but there's a lot of crazy people out there that will jump on board with your ideas.
And what's your end goal, Caleb? Where do you want to go with it?
Well, with this film,
Hollywood.
Well, it would be nice. I mean, it's there's personal gratification, so having a successful career from making this film is one thing, but also for the message as well.
Oh, and how much kudos do you get for the fact that it is at the Manchester International Film Festival? How important is MIF to you, and the fact that it is up for 3 awards as well?
Massive. Like I said, when making this film, I didn't have an end goal really. It was just basically to get the message out there and put a human face to the issues that I cared about. But to have it at this festival, and the amount of attention the festival's getting, and it to be in my hometown, it couldn't be better.
And it's called One Word. Is it going to be accessible for people listening now to see it anywhere soon?
Well, they can see it on Saturday night at the festival. I think there may be tickets left. It's the 6 o'clock showing on Saturday night.
All right, well done. Caleb, thanks very much for coming in. Thanks, Director of One Word at Manchester International Film Festival. We see it Saturday night, 6 o'clock, you heard it.